Heading into the 2023 draft, all the talk was about Victor Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson. While Charlotte wasn't able to land the first pick, the ability to select Scoot at number 2 seemed like a great consolation prize, or so we thought. Rather than taking Scoot and not thinking twice about it, the Hornets opted to select Brandon Miller. Considering Charlotte's poor track record in the draft, many people felt like this was another mistake by the front office. Though Miller was viewed as a better fit next to LaMelo, he didn't appear to have the upside that Scoot had. For a Charlotte fanbase that's been desperate for results, it's hard to pitch them the idea of drafting fit over talent. However, as we approach the halfway point of the season, it looks like Brandon Miller was the right pick for the Hornets. He's flashed incredible scoring potential, and for a Charlotte team that's lacking a defensive identity, his size and length could help change that going forward. Despite his impressive play, Miller isn't getting much recognition. Ahead of the draft, he was in the shadows of Wemby and Scoot, and with Charlotte having an 8-29 record, fans aren't exactly running to their TVs to watch Miller and the Hornets play. Since he's out of the limelight, I wanted to give Brandon Miller the recognition he deserves and explain why he's a future star in this league. Before we get into it, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season, and your support goes a long way. With all of that being said, let's get into the video. Coming into the league, Brandon Miller had a reputation as a shooter, and that's translated to the NBA. He's taking 5.3 threes per game, and he's making them at an above average percentage. It would be impressive if Miller were shooting the percentage he is solely on spot-up threes, but what separates him is his ability to hit difficult shots. Miller runs hard off screens, and like most right-handed shooters, he's comfortable shooting as he drifts to the left. On this play, two defenders see him as a threat and try to make a contest, but the shot goes in anyway. Miller can also convert drifting to his dominant right hand, which isn't the case for everyone. In today's NBA, shooting is so valuable, but there's a difference between being a good shooter and someone who has gravity as a floor spacer. Many players are capable of knocking down an open shot, however, not everyone is viewed as someone you have to chase off the three-point line. As a rookie, Miller is already proving to be a legit outside threat, and that bodes well for a franchise that's trying to build around a star point guard. If Miller's shooting were far and away his best quality, I'd still be very high on him. From watching film on him though, I'm even more impressed by his patience than I am with his shooting. If you're going to be someone that handles the ball a lot, you have to allow your teammates to establish themselves before they set a screen. Not only does this limit offensive fouls, but it makes screen setting much more effective. Right here, Miller does a great job of coming to the ball, pausing on the catch, and attacking once Richards is set. On the season, Miller is hitting 43.3% of his mid-range jumpers, and his methodical pace is a big reason why. Not only does he show poise with the ball in his hands, he shows it without the ball too. Miller is playing off-ball in this clip, but you'll notice how he waits for Richards to get in position before using the screen and making an elbow jumper. There aren't many 6'9" wings that can shoot the way he does and move with as much purpose as he does, while also demonstrating a tremendous level of patience. Despite all the bright spots, I'd be lying if I said I had zero concerns about him. On the season, Miller is shooting just 59.1% from within 3 feet and 37.5% from 3 to 10 feet. To make matters worse, his field goal percentage on drives is only 39%, he rarely gets to the free throw line, and he has a higher turnover percentage than assist percentage when driving to the basket. This is worrisome because his poise isn't as valuable if he isn't a threat as a 3-level scorer. For example, he comes off a screen here, makes a nice fake to get Porter off his feet, but Jokic gives him the floater because he knows he's not efficient on that shot. This is a similar play where the threat of his jumper gets Jokic off balance, but when he drives to the rim, he's unable to finish. Miller is comfortable with the ball in his hands, and he has a pretty good handle for his size. However, he needs to convert more often on these types of shots. Even though he struggles driving to the rim, he shows enough flashes to give me confidence that he'll improve. Because of the touch he has on his jumper, I believe he can develop a nice floater, and as he adds more strength to go with his length, his efficiency at the rim should go up. There are times where he drives and simply gets knocked off his path, forcing him to throw up a difficult, off-balance shot. Once he adds more strength, he'll be able to will his way to the basket more often, which will give him much cleaner looks. Initially, Miller struggled as a finisher in college, but as the season progressed, he got better and better. Miller also showed promise as a playmaker in college, so it's possible that he just needs more time to adjust to the NBA game. Brandon Miller isn't perfect, but the takeaway is that he has a foundation to build from. Many young players are unable to slow down, read the defense, and make a decision accordingly. In Miller's case, he's shown the ability to do that, and as he gains more experience, gets stronger, and further develops his skills, he'll only be harder to guard going forward. Miller isn't perfect on the defensive end either, but like he has with his offensive game, he's shown promise defensively. Being a rookie, he's going to make mistakes on that side of the ball, but I like his effort. He has the tools to be a disruptive, switchable defender, and for a Charlotte team that struggles defensively, they'll need him to progress on that end. Right here, he's active on defense, he's switching, and he makes a good closeout, but he bails Fox out with a foul by putting his hands on him. Again, he's playing good defense here, making the proper rotations, but all his effort goes to waste when he makes a poor closeout, resulting in an and one. These mistakes will occur less often over time, but I wanted to show these clips so you can see that he does care about defense. While the effort is there, he could benefit from some added strength. As I mentioned, he struggles to finish through contact on offense, and when he's on defense, players take advantage of that. There are moments where Miller stays in front of his man and plays good D, but because his opponents have a strength advantage over him, they're simply able to overpower him and create space before finishing. All in all, Miller has done enough to prove his worth as a second overall pick. He's a tremendous shooter, he has the potential to be a great defender, and he plays with a level of patience that's rare for a 21-year-old. It's no secret that he looks up to Paul George, and when I watch Miller play, I see the inspiration. When the Hornets drafted Miller, people thought he was a safe pick. However, he's proving his doubters wrong, and in a few years, I can see him becoming a two-way star, just like his favorite player. Anyways, that's going to be all for today's video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. With all of that being said, I'm out, and I'll see you in the next video.